Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at, I think it's a legend run. It's definitely a run towards the top 100 on the leaderboards with Morpeko in the Open Great League. I got some bells sent to me, thanks so much for that, because Morpeko is a Pokemon I want to take a look at anyway, but I found it quite a bit tough to build a team currently around this Pokemon. So I'm quite happy now to take a look at a team around this Pokemon, which is going to have also Florges as well as the Gligar. Shadow Gligar is a Pokemon you don't really see that often as well, but apparently it's very good. As you see as well right now as well for this team, you see on the right side there are no IVs. The player here itself asked for them not to be included generally here because they are in the leaderboards or region and they don't want to give out if like certain Pokemon won't see Pitta or whatever, which makes some sense. So yeah, we're going to have here now though the Night Slash version of Gligar actually. I actually had this one on the right side as well. You're going to see it over change, but you're going to see even the double attack boost onto this Pokemon, which is kind of cool. And that just makes a lot of sense. Aerial Ace is just not really that great anymore, and we're going to see a plus for Gligar. Shadow Gligar going for a Night Slash against that Dusknoir, and this Dusknoir is not going to appreciate it. We see the opponent think like Rage Critting or something here because this thing goes down straight away, plus for Shadow Gligar. This is something that you don't see all the time, and that is going to be a very good game, holy hell. But I also do kind of like the idea behind Night Slash Gligar because I assume that Gligar is their say-sub. I actually don't know. We have to see here for ourselves and how they play this team. We're going to have a matchup here against Scissor in the lead. It looks like this is a very good IV Morpeko based on the damage that we see from the Scissor against it, because I feel like usually Scissor would do quite a bit less damage, but as you see as well now with the attack boost, it's going to be quite an interesting play. We have the next Psychic Fangs coming through, and they just want to play it out here apparently, which is, I guess, kind of alright for you because you can still go for at least another Psychic Fangs. I think at -2, this might be even enough to knock them out, and it is going to be enough to knock them out, which is hilarious because now you have a shield advantage and you have switch advantage. Against Corsola, you are going to have Gligar, and while the fast move is going to be resisted, it's still going to do always 1 damage at least each turn, which is going to add up after a while as well, and you're going to get to those Night Slashes quite fast, which are going to do some super effective damage. So Shadow Gligar, honestly, is a very, very cool Pokemon. Actually, very, very good on this team as well. As we see the Gastron coming in, we have a very good answer here in that Florges having access to the move Trailblaze, allowing it to not one-shot it, but at least do a lot of damage against it, and the opponent decides to forfeit. And with that, we're going to be able to move on to the next opponent, where we will face a Dragonair. This is going to be interesting. We see again another Psychic Fangs coming through. They always kind of go up to the Aura Wheel and then go for the Psychic Fangs. We gotta see the no shield. You're going to be able to outspeed the opponent here generally, so you're going to be able, even able to go for this move, which is interesting. You might sacrifice your Morpeko now because this is going to be a CMP tie, I think. And yes, exactly, sacrificing your Morpeko makes a lot of sense because now you can align your Florges. Florges is going to be in a very solid position to even go for the full farm down, and with that you can even let the move go. There's not really a reason to shield up an non-step Aqua Tail. It's still going to do some solid damage. Now you would mostly want to shield up because it's going to be a second one. You kind of don't know what they have in the back. But you're going to be in a position where you have a ton of energy and an Aegislash. I actually still need to make a video towards Aegislash. Yeah, I have actually done some games towards it. Completely forgot about that. But yeah, I want to make a video towards as well. Anyway, we're going to see here the Night Slash coming through against the Moltres. This is not looking that great. This is not looking great at all. And this is going to be now a matchup where you have to hope that you can stop out soon. As you see the shit coming up. Yeah, there's going to be a fly coming in. We have a Night Slash coming through. It's just going to be very awkward. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm currently... I don't know, yeah, you want to stop out, I guess. There's going to be the Aegislash again. You're not going to be able to win this battle. Like, you're not going to be able to win this battle. I think you realize it very soon here as well, and you just forfeit. There was nothing you could have done there. Aegislash just completely locks you out there. Anyway, we're going to have Therial, we're going to have the Gastron coming in next, and again, you're going to have a great answer here. And the Florges, while it's not going to be a Grass-type Pokemon, even though it looks like it, Florges is going to have that Grass-type coverage in that Trailblaze, which is super, super strong. In comes Water Pulse, gonna get shielded, and of course you're going to be able to just guarantee or win this matchup here as you outspeed the opponent quite easily to the moves. The Trailblaze is gonna get shielded again, and the opponent's play could be to swap out of here and they swap out into the Therial, where you're going to be able to go for another Trailblaze, which is going to do a ton of damage as you're boosting your attack up further and further. You're gonna try to catch the move. That did not work out. You have to shield out now because this can be a play rough actually on this Pokemon. Therial is going to go for the play rough, and we see the full farm down as now the Gastron is going to come back in. And while this is going to be a resisted Aura Wheel, it's still going to chunk quite a bit. And it's not going to be enough to knock them out, but it's going to be enough to put them into one more charge move, basically, or even farm down range for that Gligar, which could be an interesting play. Gligar is coming in now, and as we see as well, they're going to try to go for the full farm down as the Dedenne comes in. Honestly, Gligar could be a very cool shot even currently for the Show 6 Big 3 meta, because this Pokemon is going to be quite unique in terms of the coverage that you have. You're going to be able to have great typing that's going to be able to resist all of those mud typers, as well as you're going to have good coverage with the charge and fast moves you have. Honestly, Shadow Gligar is such a smart play in the current meta. I love it. Next up, we're going to have Annihilate. Hello, Annihilate. I assume you're going to sub onto your Gligar exactly. This makes a lot of sense, as we will see now also the Carbon coming in. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to win this matchup directly, but at least Dig is going to be able to chunk quite a bit. That's going to be alright for you. Do you want a shield? You might want a shield. I would shield, you want a shield. Okay, Roxas is coming through, you're still going to be able to go for a Dig, but it's going to leave you kind of in a position where, I guess, I see your play now. I see what you want to do here. Do you see it as a viewer? Let me know, because now we're going to have the Morpeko, and the play is to get a ton of energy on the Morpeko to punish the Annihilate if it wants to ever stop back into it, and we see the Chestnut coming through. That's an interesting one. How do you play against it? You're gonna go for the Psychic Fangs and you're gonna swap out very soon, I assume. You stay in. You're gonna try to go for... Oh, we're gonna see a shield here coming up, guarantee you. I don't know how they want to play it out. They're gonna go for the Superpower. Do they swap? They don't swap. They go for the Psychic Fangs. They are going to be able to guarantee align themselves, but it's going to be very, very interesting as we see that, opponent go down here. Interesting play. In comes the Annihilate again. We are very likely going to see a shield from the opponent. And this might allow you to even get to another move. I'm not sure. Are you risking it? You are going to get to another move. Honestly, Morpeko with the energy. The Psychic Fang spam is ridiculous on this Pokemon. And now they're in range of Florges. Of course, Stop is going to happen now straight away. And in comes the Carbing, which is going to go down to a Trailblaze. First, want to go for the Trailblaze over the Chilling Water, because it's going to boost your own attack up. And this is going to be a good game. Unless they have Shadow Ball on their Annihilate here, you're going to be able to win this guaranteed. And even with Shadow Ball, most likely you would have been able to survive. Ice Punch coming through doesn't do enough. And we can move on to the next one. I love the gameplay so far. Very, very cool to see. But there are also always a little bit of core breakers. You're going to have a Bomber Snow. Actually, I had a team already with a Bomber Snow on this channel, which a lot of people copied afterwards and had a lot of success with. So I don't know if this is this team, most likely not. But as we will see here, we are going to have the Night Surge coming through. This is going to do nothing because it's shielded. But let's see on how this is going to generally work out. As we will see, there is going to be an Aura Wheel coming in again. This is going to allow you to get the KO most likely. And as we will see next, we're going to have now the opponent getting up into the Bomber Snow. You're going to have the Aura Wheel for it, but you're going to go for the bait, which makes a lot of sense. They're very, very likely are going to decide to use a shield here. And I will see most likely another Aura Wheel coming through. I think the Aura Wheel is going to be maybe enough to knock them out, even though it is resisted. Because of the debuff onto the opponent, this might be enough damage to already knock out the Bomber Snow. Let's find out. It is going to be enough, just barely. We see the Dedenne coming in, and the Aura Wheel is still going to chunk. This is a resisted hit, but this does not mean that this doesn't do any damage. It does a lot of damage, and you can swap out now into the... Oh, you can actually stay in here. Because the opponent has a lower HP stat anyway, you don't need to swap out. It doesn't help you. You would be able to do more fast move pressure here anyway. And so you are going to be able to win this. So far, perfectly played. Like, honestly, it looks really, really nice in how you play those battles out. Next up, well, let's take a look here at the Dragonite. Dragonite is going to be an awkward lead matchup for you because they're going to outspeed. Yeah, going to get there at the same time as these pace, but they have more fast move pressure. I'm actually curious now on how the matchup would be for Morpeko if you just played out in the lead. You decided to swap out of here, which is alright. We have the shield coming up from that Gligar as a Night Surge is going to be enough to knock it out. But yeah, as you see here now as well, there's going to be a Melamar coming in, and the fast move is going to chunk quite a bit, and we see the Melamar just going down again immediately. Very, very cool game so far. I'm more impressed about the variety of Pokemon that you don't really see that much usually, and how well they actually function in the current meta. As you can see here, they got a 3 and 2. I don't know where the other battles went for. Could be I didn't put all of the battles in there, but they did go and send in a ton of battles, like literally for like half an hour, basically on content. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get in as many as possible. We still have a longer video here as well, but I actually still didn't even put all of the battles in. This might be my fault if there may be some I'm missing either. So yeah, But maybe, yeah, we're going to see some more of the loss later on as well, because it's mainly randomized games anyway. We're going to have here the Jumpluff. Jumpluff is alright. Jumpluff is going to be a Pokemon that is not as common anymore. And honestly, maybe something that I want to take a look at as well. Again, like, there's a lot of different kind of Pokemon that I'm quite interested in based on like that Pokemon that kind of got nerfed basically recently and are still mostly very good. This is one of them, and this is kind of interesting. As you're gonna see here, this is going to be the Air Cutter that is going to knock them out. And as you're gonna see as well, we're going to have now the Nitrous coming through against the opponent's Charizard. Is it going to be enough to knock them out? Very likely at this range. We see the shield coming up though. Is it going to be a bait? Are you going to call it? You're going to call the bait. It is going to be the bait. And that is fantastic, because now you have to use a shield again. Or you're going to no-shield actually to use your Florges in order to knock them out. That's an interesting shot. But, oh, I see what you saw. You saw the opportunity to go for the full farm run against the Charizard instead of going for energy. And that is honestly such a big brain move, as now you're going to be up against the Lantern. You have the energy. You're going to be able to go for those Trailblazers. And we can see the full farm run as well, which is very, very nice as the full farm run happens here as well. Well done. Like, so well played. Alright, lead for you. That is going to be okay. You can just go straight Oriole, to be fair, in order to pressure them as they sub out into the Steelix. Great catch. You could stay in though to get even more energy again if you really wanted to, and even go then pressure them with another charge move, which is exactly what you're going to do, which I think is great. You're going to be able to go for the Psychic Wings, which makes sense because it's very likely you're going to get a shield from the opponent. It does get the shield, and you could even now swap out into the Gligar in order to kind of pressure them here a bit more while not risking any more damage onto yourself. As we will see here, there is going to be another dig coming through very likely soon. We see the no shield coming up here we actually see the shield coming up here with a potential crunch. That's kind of nice then. The dig is going to now knock them out for sure, and this is going to allow you to knock the Steelix out. In comes most likely what you just faced in the lead. No, it's going to be a Wigglytuff actually. Wigglytuff is a bit tough for this team generally, but I guess in the position that you're currently in, you're actually quite alright, because what this allows you to do is just go into your Florges, let the move go. It's going to be a Swift, and they go back into their Mightyena. Mightyena has access to the charge move of Poison Fang. This is hurting quite a bit. And so we see here the charge move coming through. This is going to allow you to go for the full farm down, and this is looking really, really solid as we now have another charge move coming through. It's going to be that Chilling Water to get the shield from the Wigglytuff. You just need to reach a dig here though. You might not be able to do that, but we still have the Morpeko, and Morpeko should be kinda alright. Morpeko is going to be able to get to another move here guaranteed, because you already have some energy and you're gonna get to that Psychic Fangs. Is this enough to knock out the opponent's Wigglytuff? I'm not too sure yet, but it is, and we can move on to the next opponent, where we will face another Mightyena. This is going to be a bit awkward, but it's going to be alright. As now we have the swap out into the Steelix. That is going to be okay as well. As now we're going to see the no shield coming up. This is going to be the Psychic Fangs. And we have the dig coming through very, very soon after, as this is going to do so much damage. They're very likely going to no shield here, I assume even. I don't actually expect that they would shield. They do shield though, and they're going to try to pressure you even more, which makes a lot of sense. This is going to be alright. There is going to be the dig coming through very soon again from the Gligar. You're going to get the energy a little bit faster, so this is totally cool, as now there is going to be yet another charge move coming through. It is going to be yet another Psychic Fangs, and it's going to knock you out. Florges, on the other hand, has still some nice coverage here with Chilling Water in order to knock them out, but Mightyena is coming back in. Another Mightyena here is kind of wild. Mightyena is an interesting Pokemon to come back up here onto the meta, but we have the Trailblaze coming through to knock them out. This should be enough to knock them out. This is going to be very much interesting, as now this Mightyena is going to be gone. We have the Steelix coming in. It's going to be Psychic Fangs. There's no point of really shielding, but let's see on how things are going to work out here. Next, we are going to have the charge move coming in. This is going to allow you to get a DKO, and in comes now that final Pokemon, the Wigglytuff. You are forced to go ahead and go for the Oriole, as it's going to be doing a ton of damage, but is it enough to knock them out? It does not. Can you still get to the Psychic Fangs? It's going to be super close. You can get to the Psychic Fangs, and with that, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a win, and let's move on to the next one, where we are going to encounter A very bad lead. A very bad lead. You gotta swap out straight away into your Gligar. You have 2 answers to fire type Pokemon in the back. That's kind of why this is the case. But yeah, this is going to be interesting, as now we are going to see the charge move coming through. The dig is coming in. And this is going to allow you to hit the Ferrothorn for at least some nice neutral damage. Ferrothorn itself, very tough for this team though. Like, your lead is going to do some resisted damage. And we are going to have here as well the other Pokemon in the back, the Florges, which cannot hit this Pokemon at all. So this is the way where you have to get rid of it. You need to get rid of it with your Shadow Gligar. And that's exactly what this player is going to do here, which makes a lot of sense. As we see now as well, the Pangoro coming in. You don't have the Aerial Ace, but doesn't matter, because what you have now is alignment. Alignment is what you need. Alignment is exactly where you are going to be able to win this battle with. You're going to have, this Chilling Water coming in, forcing the first shield from the opponent there as well, as you can swap out now into your Morpeko. Being able to go for the Psychic Fangs here on the CMP tie is going to be huge for you, because even if they're going to go for the harder hitting charge move now, you might be able to, no shield this one now, no shield the Blast Burn, and it's a Thunder Punch. And this is going to be huge, because now you would be able to knock them out there as well, but they just waste their energy, which is cool. We see here again, the Florges coming back in. We're going to have the shield, of course, coming up as well. You kind of need to keep your shields there. We only have the Pangoro still left there. You can go for an easy 2, 3, 4 fast moves. Going for the Trailblaze here. This is, if this is going to be enough, this is huge. This is enough to knock them out. Boosting your own attack, and you can go for another charge move here. So perfectly played from this player. I am so impressed on how well they're playing, like, every single game. This is really ridiculous. Like, honestly, a well-deserved leaderboard spot there as well. Like, this team is not easy. This team is absolutely not easy. This is completely not a team that you can play just on the side being like, yeah, I have to tap or anything like this. You have to concentrate so much. You have to be keeping track on every single, like, energy value from any single Pokemon, because you don't have really that tiny bit where you can chill or whatever. You don't have the Bastion and can just lock on down some kind of Pokemon. You don't have to do with this team. You have a Pokemon that's quite spammy and kind of annoying to play with as well with the Florges. You have a very squishy Pokemon in the Morpeko, and you have the glue in between, which is going to be the Shadow Gligar, which honestly is so impressive in the games today. This Pokemon is completely destroying every single opponent here so far. It is crazy. This is going to be now here as well the LilyKatchum coming in. This is, again, Body Slam coming through. It's going to be alright. You're going to swap out here into your Florges, and they're going to go into the Steelix. It's a very solid matchup for you as well. This is going to be the Chilling Water, and we have now again the, no shield coming up, I assume. They're going to be doing debuff damage then as well, and Psychic Fangs coming through. You're going to be able to outspeed them. It could even stop out straight afterwards as well. This is going to be interesting, as you're going to see here. There's going to be the no shield coming, the shield coming through from the opponent. You might no shield this one as well. You still should be able to even reach another move. At this point, the Psychic Fangs is not going to be enough to knock you out, and you just swap out straight away to go for a dig against that LilyKatchum. It's not going to be enough to knock them out. This is going to be alright here though, that you're going to be able to go for another charge move. We have here the Body Slam again. We're going to have the shield, and in comes again the Night Slash. This is going to allow you to go for a lot of damage with that. Night Slash is going to be able to knock out the LilyKatchum. In comes its Steelix. It's going to be able to farm it down in time, but you have the Chilling Water stored. And this is just perfectly played again. And honestly, this gameplay was amazing. Like, the team itself was amazing. Very well done. Impressive games. Honestly, just impressive games. Shoutouts to you. Thanks so much for sending us those battles to showcase them as well. Because look at those games here and look at where they ended up with as well. Congratulations. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And I will see you then. Bye bye.